Again, Stephen, proving your point.
Yeah, at the top end of the game, it's not only about the frames that you're supposed to win when you make big breaks, it's the frames that you're not supposed to win that you can pinch over a season. It makes just a vast difference to how much success you're going to have.
Mark Selby, 1.
Salby, for a while in this frame, felt vulnerable with all the colours in the open. He wanted to rectify that, so he puts the black not just safe, very safe.
Yeah, this is the kind of situation over the years he's been almost unplayable. Sort of 1 or 2 reds left. Tactical battles. 33 points in front. And he's a red in the colour, so tall order for Yuan to win this opening frame.
Without being too harsh, he's played a very weak frame, Yuan says Yuan.
1.
Yeah, completely agree. He's done nothing in his first frame that would give you, certainly make you optimistic about his chances tonight. You're up against the best players. You've got to start well, because they're only going to get stronger. They're not going to get weaker as the match goes on.
Six. Mark Selby, 6.
I always said that Mark Selby ought to have been born in Aberdeen because he's granite.
Foul. Mark Selby 4, frame conceded. Frame Mark Selby.
Yuan says Yuan walks away. He looks a little crestfallen, and you can understand why. Snooker is immensely popular in Pakistan, and there will be a lot of players from that country, a lot of spectators and fans of the game from that country who will be staying up late to follow the progress of Tahir, who clearly is a very accomplished player in his rookie season.
1.
2 reds above the black. He was looking to see if the second red, one closest to the bunch, goes to right corner, because that would make this positional shot a lot easier. And it does go. So he can put the cue ball into an area where he's pretty much guaranteed a pot. If it didn't go, he'd have to play a more exact positional shot for 1 red.
3.
It looked a very simple, straightforward shot from the yellow, but it was struck to perfection.
Yeah. 11.
Julian Bell doing a lot of refereeing centre stage.
Thank you. 12. $20.
Another beautiful pack to go into, because the red that's just to the right edge, bottom right edge of the pack, if he gets the join between that red and the main bunch, screws the cue ball back to the right side of the table, promote that red towards the right corner pocket. I just didn't quite get in the join. He's still got a red to left middle.
27.
These are missable. Yeah, those are missable.
Mark Salby, 27.
Partly due to a little bit of frustration, probably, with the split of the pack. But I didn't expect Mark Selby to miss it.
Frustration was the word, though. He couldn't disguise it, could he? He feels as though he's on the cusp of playing really well.
One.
He's arrived at the mythical zone, but he can't quite find the key to the door.
That's ironic, because Yuan hasn't really hit that properly, but he's come out perfect on this red. Certainly didn't play for this outcome. Very important visit to the table, this, for this young Chinese player. He's got to start scoring if he's going to put any pressure on Mark Selby. And already he's lost the cue ball. Slight shake of the head. Landed a little bit straight. It's the only way you put pressure on these top players, is by scoring heavily. Winning frames, scrappy frames, is okay, but it doesn't really affect, say, the best players. You've got to show that you can win frames in one visit. And let's end a break.
14.
from being, after the split, being perfect on the red, 2 shots later, it's end of break. It's not going to get the job done, I'm afraid.
Yuan 40.
He made 28 centuries last season, Yuan. For someone of his ranking, that's a good number. And that's why he just hates the fact that the cue ball came to rest there. Yeah, world number 39, Yuan. Highest ever ranking, 36. So if he can string together 2 or 3 more wins in this tournament, then your personal best will be achieved. But right now, he looks despondent, even though it's only 1-0. That was a wholesale misjudgment.
Yeah, I was thinking, did he have to get the cue ball around the blue? But when the cue ball hit the cushion, it had no side in it, so obviously he could get through to the red, no problem. You say it. Missed it by a mile. Another chance. Ramasy John.
The applause you just heard,
8.
well, it greeted a 74 clearance from Julian Boyko. He was 47-0 down, 1-0 down to Jack Jones. But the clearance sees the Ukrainian equalise. Table 2, of course, available to watch with commentary on ITVX.
$16. $17. $24. $25.
dear, that's just a terrible
32.
shot. It really is. I mean, it's so much margin for error. He goes too far. He's got the red that he's going to play now. Nowhere near hard enough. Can he retrieve the situation by putting this mid-range red? Yeah, well done.
34.
He must have been very disappointed with his previous shot. It's good temperament there.
$36. $37.
Stephen just used the words good temperament. That would apply to Stan Moody on table 3. He's just drawn level with Zhang Andrew at 1-1, having been 68-0 down in the second frame. The fresh-faced youngster cleared up with 69 to snatch the frame on the black.
$44.
31 in front. So he's going to need one of the more difficult reds to win the frame at this visit. So looking for an angle in the black here. Oh, he's going to pot the red first though.
44.
He was disappointed with the way he played in the first frame. If he loses the second, he would be downright disgusted. And these are the situations in which Salby excels. Stephen, it wasn't just the way he played the shot, it was the quickness of thought. He knew exactly what to do.
Yeah, when it comes to, as I say, when it comes to the tactical side of the game, he is a genius. Just knows every inch of the table. Oh, that's so careless. He's caught the jaw of the middle pocket.
Miss Mark Salby, 4. One.
When you look at where the reds are, and, well, Mark Selby himself has played a very poor shot to land straight in the blue, but even if he was perked on the blue, it wouldn't be an easy win in one visit. Got to strike this well. 3 cushions, possibly 4 for the red on the black cushion. And it was struck beautifully. Fabulous shot.
A debatable hot shot, actually. He's on the sixpence.
Six.
Oh, one shot here. If this cannon works out, he goes favourite, strong favourite to pinch the second frame. Beautifully played.
30.
Fella, I always sound like a broken record, but it's always the easy shots that cost you at snooker. Once Jun had an easy red with the rest, missed, then that snooker escape wasn't difficult, but he caught the jaw of the middle pocket. And it looks like it could possibly cost him this frame. It's not the difficult stuff. It cost you. It's the easy
90.
shots. Mark Selby has made
21.
what can be a tricky looking clearance. Made it look very easy.
$24. $28. $33.
Losing any frame in these circumstances is a blow, but especially in a best of 7 when you're already 1-0 down.
39 on the frame. Mark
A
Selby.
39 clearance to pink for Mark Selby. Yuan had to leave the arena because things have not gone well. It's not just the loss of the first 2 frames, it's the way they've been dropped, the way they've been wasted, if you like. Squandered.
One. Black ball. Yuan Jun. 1. touching ball.
The referee tells us it is touching ball. But one of those rare occurrences where it doesn't really do the incoming player any great favours.
It's an absolutely beautiful touch.
Lu Haoshan has taken a 2-1 lead over Harris Tahir. Now that was better. A good return acknowledged by Salby. One.
Green ball. Mark Salby, 1.
Rolling up behind a ball colour when the white is close to the bottom cushion. Never quite as straightforward as it might appear.
Yeah, foul 6 and a miss.
The foul call was delayed. Everyone assumed he'd hit the pink,
Yeah.
and he did. But it took a while for the penalty points to be given. Strange one there, Steve. Well, expert guidance from Olivier Martial, one of the very best referees in the business, who's had the gloves on for a world final.
Touch more. Touch more. Touch more. Bit more. Yeah, good.
Yeah.
Yes.
This.
You always feel for referees when they have one of these occasions where multiple balls have to be replaced.
Live. Yeah, this one goes next to the pink. There, yeah. Bit back. To you. To you. To you. Bit more to you. Yeah, and now towards the black cushion. Towards the black cushion. Yeah, that's about it. And then
this,
that red goes next to the pink.
This one.
Yes. Next to the pink. Stop. Perfect. Bang on. A bit more to you.
Yeah.
You're not far off.
Okay.
You have to bear in mind the vast majority of professional matches don't have that facility. They don't have a marker.
Okay. Looks all right on the screen.
So when it's a one-man
Okay. Yeah.
refereeing band, accuracy is almost impossible to achieve when it comes to replacement of multiple balls.
Foul and a miss. Mark Selby. 6. Yeah.
I'd like to see a replay there, actually.
Well, Nancy Jones done well to hit the pink again. Not a lot of the pink there to hit, but he's clipped it twice.
Let's just take a look at this. It was the pink.
Towards the pocket. Towards the corner pocket.
This one.
Touch more.
This one towards me.
This one towards the corner pocket. Yes, good. Yes.
Yeah.
And then the other one next to the pink. Yes. Touch towards the blue.
It is a very
Yeah.
laborious process. It is,
Yeah.
for those of us
Touch
watching,
more
somewhat
behind the green.
tedious, but it has to be done.
Sorry, other side. Away. Away. Yes, I know. Quarter ball towards the brown. Perfect.
While
Yeah.
all this is going on, I
Okay.
can tell you Zhang Anda is about to retake the lead against Stan Moody at 2-1.
Foul and a miss. Mark Selby. 4. Back.
Salby there didn't waste his shoe leather, just sat in his chair and pointed.
Foul and a miss. Mark Selby. 4.
Brian Jones, the founder of the Rolling Stones, was from Cheltenham. Yuan here getting no satisfaction.
Okay.
That's been the story of Selby's season, actually. Just when it seemed as though he's on the verge of dominating a match, a ball like that goes astray.
One.
The black offers the easiest position. Onto the next red. It's obviously a much more difficult pot than the blue. The blue, cue ball's got to do some mileage to get on the red, so this is the right shot. And played it nicely.
Eight. Your answer, John? 8.
I mean, it's very disappointing for Ramasy Jun. He's played a lot of very, very poor shots tonight.
And that was so awful. He deserved to leave Salby a chance. You've got to bear in mind what Yuan has done this season so far. In the Xi'an Grand Prix last 64, he beat Neil Robertson. In this tournament, wins over Jamie Jones, former Crucible quarter-finalist, and Robbie Williams. Against Williams, he made breaks of 131, 105, 74 and 67. But tonight, not at the races, even though he's at the race course.
Yeah, it's quite a common theme, though, isn't it, for the lower-ranked players to, in their comfort zone on the outside tables, seem to be able to perform and score heavily and play to a very high standard. Then they come on the main table against one of the best players, and it's just, you can't really explain how badly Ramasy Jun's played tonight. It's almost like that rabbit in the headlights situation. And this is a fluke.
1.
Now, how aggressive do you want to be? Green is available to right middle, brown available to this left corner pocket. I would expect him to take a pot on. And the fact he's down this end of the table tells me he's not going to trickle up behind the brown. But taking this on, bringing the cue ball down this end of the table. He's got to get it.
When you're playing well below
5.
your best, really struggling, it isn't very often you get flukes. Simply has to capitalise on this one.
Six.
Well, for a player as good as Juan is, I think it's very difficult not to win the frame at this visit. The way the balls are situated, pink and black in the open, red's all available. Basically, if you don't win
12.
the frame at this visit, you don't deserve to win the match, because these are gilt-edged chances he's getting.
$13. $20. $21. $28. $29.
When
34.
things haven't been going well, there is no greater tonic for a snooker player than getting the hand on the table, the cue arm lubricated,
35.
and putting together a substantial break. It's the most effective medicine.
$40. $41.
No, he's just let the cue ball run 2 or 3 inches too far. He wants to play a cannon in the pink here. Just got to get into the cue ball, bite into the cue ball a little bit more. Yeah, well played.
$48.
Despite his problems, he's now chalked up the two highest breaks of the match.
$49.
So black here. And then a couple more pots, red, black. That would get the job done.
Yeah, he's taken advantage of his
56.
good running in this frame. He obviously missed that horrible red in the beginning of the frame and didn't leave Mark Selby anything. And then obviously the safety shot that was turned into a fluke that created this opportunity. But he looks like he's going to
57.
take advantage of his good fortune. This black to go 52 in front with 51 on. Of course, Mark Selby is going to come back to the table if Wansey Jun doesn't pot this red. So he'll want to see this red
64.
disappear to end, or to not give himself 15, 20 minutes of suffering, which could be in the snookering department. So well done. That's secured the
65.
frame.
Yes, against Selby, you always need frame ball plus one, maybe plus 2, 3 or 4. Can't see him coming back to the table.
72.
60 behind with 43 on. Yuan says Yuan didn't believe that was going to be the case either.
Wansey Jun, 72 on the frame.
No fluke there, but there was to start the break. Could that be a transformational moment? The objective now is to get back onto level terms.
One.
But maybe, Stephen, the fluke has served to poke the bear.
That was a bad break-off, wasn't it, from Wansey Jun? You shouldn't leave your opponent able to get his hand on the table.
Four.
Got to at least find the baulk cushion.
Five.
And we were discussing, weren't we, in between frames, Mark Selby never seems to beat anyone, or very, not often beat someone 4-0, 4-1. Yeah, the difference between him and O'Sullivan is if Sullivan's meant to beat someone 4-0, he invariably does beat them 4-0. Mark Selby always seems to find a way to make results more difficult than they should be. It's
12.
it's just a strange, it's hard to explain when you know how good he is.
13.
Yes, you always have faith in him winning in the end.
$20. 21.
Another example of his prowess at the screw shot. Just
28.
effortless. Cue goes through that cue ball. It's just really good to watch and appreciate.
$29.
You see it again here. Again, he's got a red just at the back of the bunch that it's sort of almost like it gets the joint of that red, almost helps him open the main bunch up. Again, cue ball kind of went forward first. Twice he's not played that
36.
shot as he would have liked. Once you get the cue ball into the right side of the pack, it's almost gone forward first before it's come back. It looks like end of break.
Hasn't had his scoring boots strapped on this evening, hasn't made a half century. Yet.
Mark Salby, 36.
These best of sevens in the early rounds are all about getting the W, just getting the result. If you play well, that's a bonus. And if you score heavily, that's a bonus. But just get the result, get into the next round, get into that draw.
Just what Stephen was saying, another safety that's not fit for purpose. The cue ball well short of the baulk line. These are the latest scores on the four tables this evening. Two ones across the board.
I don't know, it's strange. I just don't feel that confident about Mark Selby potting a lot of these balls. And it's strange because they're not difficult shots. Although he's 2-1 up, it's just the body language is a little bit flat for me. Doesn't look bang on it. Even although, as I say, he's 2-1 ahead.
1.
But he's had a lot of help from his opponent to get that lead. And say that red that Mark just missed. I mean, it took a while for him to get down and actually play the shot. As I said, just when you're watching, it doesn't fill you with that much confidence.
Four. Five.
Did really well there to stun across the face of the black. For Yuan, things are looking up. Same for his fellow countryman Lu Haoshan now 3-1 over Harris Tahir. And meanwhile, on table 3,
12.
young Stan Moody has pulled level with Zhang Andra at 2-2.
$30.
You can just sense in Wansey Johnny's body language and just the way he's walking around the table and starting to strike the cue ball a bit better. As we've already mentioned, he's been the higher scorer of the two players in terms of breaks tonight. Let's see if he can do the easy things well and keep scoring. There could be a win from here tonight. Getting plenty of chances.
$20.
His solitary victory over Selby in 6 attempts was in a lengthier match than this. Best of 9, second round of the 2022 European Masters.
$21.
You knew you couldn't avoid that red on the
28.
cushion in potting the black. And he's shaking his head, but I think the red down the cushion, to me, is the obvious shot to this right corner pocket. But again, if you're looking at the body language of the player, he doesn't look happy about anything, which doesn't fill you with confidence in this next shot. Yeah, this is the right shot. Has to be. It's a kind of pot you never miss thick.
$29.
And now the remaining balls, without exception, are sitting pretty.
Yeah, I have to give him credit. It looks
36.
a lot better than he did the first sort of 2.5 frames. He was littered with bad shots, careless shots, but seems to be looking a lot more confident in this match. Certainly buoyed by his opponent, missing a couple of pots that you would normally expect him to get.
37.
No, I don't know what happened there. He jumped off the shot.
With a break of 70, Jack Jones has now extended his lead over Julian Boyko to 3-1.
So he's had to leave the middle red of
42.
the 4 from distance. So landed low, wrong side of the blue. I'll take this round the cushions, couple of cushions. Blue to left middle, or up for a bolt colour, however he feels.
43.
He's got to bring the cue ball back down the right-hand side of the table for these 2 open reds to the left corner. So just got to miss the brown in between green and brown. Touch of right-hand side. Just a touch. Now how's the pace? How's the pace? It's too hard.
48.
Wasn't an easy shot. I'm not going to say it's the easiest positional shot in the world, but a little bit clumsy. He was disappointed. You can see him stamping his shoe on the floor. Again, he knew it was a great chance to win the frame at this visit.
Salby will be relieved to get back to the table with only a 12-point deficit.
You're on to John. 48.
So as it stands, Yuan now responsible for the 3 highest breaks of the evening. It's tense out there. That's what these best of 7s do. They promote intensity right from the get-go. Just not nailing those mid and long distance spots. Salby successful just 3 times out of 7 from distance.
1.
Very good shot. Very aggressive shot choice. Because a very pretty simple safety shot to bring the red off that right cushion. Get the cue ball somewhere in behind the brown. But took the aggressive approach and hit it very crisply. It's still going to solve the problem of that red on the cushion to win the frame at this visit. But that shot choice sends a message to your opponent.
8. Nine.
Well, if he can get close to the red, he's only going to need the red to leave Mark needing snookers. Just to put him 28 in front. May play for the double. Nice play to move the red. I think because you only need
16.
the red to leave your opponent needing snookers, I think I may have just played to drop on it. He's going to concentrate here, make sure he plays a real telling safety shot. At least don't let Mark have his hand on the table, because you can bet that you'll be in trouble. You give Mark Selby the chance to play an easy safety shot.
Your answer, John? 60.
Selby will be heartened by the fact that the 6 colours are all invitingly spread out. Oh dear.
Well, I don't know why he was playing it with right hand side, because you want to hit the other side of the red, and it seemed he had a natural angle to do so. Send it up the table. He put a load of side on the cue ball. And, well, all the hard work, really, that he's put into this frame, Yuan said he's been the higher scorer of the two players, but just these little unforced errors are costing him. This has gone wrong.
8.
He didn't have quite as much angle on the black as he wanted. So a real examination, this.
I think he'll take the yellow on. You can play this with a lot of left-hand side, check side, to sort of check it off the second cushion, the right-hand side cushion. Bring the cue ball in a straight line. Watch the second cushion. Watch the cue ball hit the second cushion here. There's the check.
10.
Beautiful shot. He was pleading with the cue ball to stop. And it did.
Yeah, the check side just kills the pace of the cue ball. Say off that second cushion.
Still, though, not plain sailing.
Yeah, the pink's in the way for the stun down for the blue, and I'm not sure if the in-off in the right middle zone, if he plays with topspin. That's what he's checking now. Checking the natural angle, the natural path of the cue ball. So it's a shot that's very easy to take your eye off the pot because you're concentrating so much on the cue ball. Maybe going deep, bringing the cue ball to the left side of the blue. I played the stun, but yeah, exactly what happened. It was just a little, a smelly little shot because you've got the pink's in the way, and you can't play with topspin, so you take your eye off the pot.
And now with a 15-point lead, Yuan only needs the brown.
Four.
Well, he's smiling. He feels like crying. And Stephen Hendry isn't smiling or crying, he's laughing.
Well, I mean, you give him another 100 shots, he's not going to land there. It was incredible. And because the blue is, well, you can see he's actually in the middle of the table, there's so much room around it to miss it. Does he play this plain ball? A lot of players will play this just with a trace aside. Well done. Just, but well done.
Four.
Huge sigh of relief for Ramasy Jun. Almost an incredible shot. Now, the only danger in playing that shot dead weight is if you don't pot the blue, leaving Mark Selby with cue ball and object ball close to each other just gives them so much more control in the shot he's about to play. I'll be interested myself to see how he plays the shot. One effort again. He's just a nightmare to play against. We were saying earlier, you've got to pot that extra ball just to make sure it doesn't come back to the table.
And Selby's reputation precedes him. All of the players on tour know how dangerous he is, how effective he is in this kind of situation.
Not a bad idea. idea to play the blue into the black here. Try and knock the black up the table into the open. Because that's pretty much the only snooker in ball at the moment for Mark Selby. You would have to expect he's going to get him at least once.
That puts an end to that.
Yuan says Yuan 5.
Trailing 2-0, Yuan says Yuan was in a pile of trouble. Oh. If Selby's looking for some encouragement, what about this? The highest profile match these two have played was the quarter-final of the China Championship in 2018. That was 2-2 before Selby, thanks to breaks of 86, 64 and 70, pulled away to win 5-2. He would love to win the next couple of frames with substantial contributions. And then start thinking about the last 16 against Ricky Walden or Tevchaya Unu.
Yuan.
Lovely pot. Needing to reassert himself in this match, Mark Selby. He needs to start scoring, really. As we keep mentioning, his opponent's been the better scorer of the two, so
8.
he's started imposing himself on that side of the game. As
suspected when he missed the red, we just saw Julian Boyko has been beaten 4-1. Jack Jones becomes the first player into the last 16.
Brilliant shot. Again, though, when he's
16.
gone into the pack, he doesn't seem to be. It's not coming out nicely. Beautiful split, but this red to left middle is a little bit awkward. Not sure if he can get the tip of the cue through. No, he's got to bridge over, so. It wasn't ideal, but
17.
was able to keep the break going. And a good chance to just head start scoring.
Yes, highest break so far this evening for Selby. Very modest 43 in the first.
Twenty. $21.
And it looks as though the scoring drought might well continue.
Yeah, I'm not even sure he can get through to put the blue into the far right corner, can he?
Green ball.
No, it's safety.
Mark Selby, 21.
As I mentioned right at the start of the match, he has been knocking in the centuries. He has been scoring. This match, atypical of what Selby's been doing this season. The worrying thing for him, so is his quarter-final last week in the English Open against Ishpreet Singh Chadha, which he lost 5-4 on the black. I think it's fair to say, Stephen, this is the 5th world ranking event of the season. We've had some invitation snooker as well. Ishpreet Singh Chadha beating Mark Selby in that quarter-final. A candidate for shock of the campaign so far. Equally surprising, the fact that Selby won't be on the plane to the Yuan Open. He lost his qualifier to Long Ziwang of China. 5-4. He led 4-1 with a couple of centuries and could not cross the line. The alarm bells are ringing, Stephen.
Well, he threw his arms up in the air as if to suggest the table ran off. So, and he's still intimating with his hand that it did so. So we've got to give Mark the benefit of the doubt. Oh dear. Dear, dear, dear.
Yeah.
Well, if the alarm bells were ringing, it was a false alarm.
Yes, it's just an unforgivable miss. That Ramasy Jun. It really is. At this point in the match, 2-2, your game's got to get stronger, not weaker.
One.
Let me quickly tell you, with a century to close, Liu Haoshan has beaten Haris Tahir 4-2.
Three. Four. 11. $12. $18. 19. 26.
Yuan Jun missed that red and at the same time missed the boat. He got the momentum and it's being wrested away now.
$27. 33. 34. 40.
50.
41. $48.
And Mark Selby's highest break of the match thus far. And it's
49.
helped him regain the lead. May one up with possible 2 to play. And it'll be a sigh of relief for Mark Selby as well. After that long ready miss through, well, he's got to trust him. It was the table ran off.
56.
Got a reprieve. His
57.
opponent missing that. Ridiculous red, really.
$64. $65.
Chance of a century. It would be his 16th of the season, and that wouldn't be too far off the top of the list.
$72. Mark Selby, 72. And the French.
No century, but that's a minor issue. When he defeated Martin O'Donnell near the witching hour. Mark Selby, no stranger to late finishes. This evening, though, he wants an early bath. 4-2, thank you very much. That's top of the wish list.
If I'm right, I think he's overcut every long pot he's played to that pocket. Usually when you're missing balls thin, it's a case of sort of deceleration.
They've played each other twice this year. Both times best of sevens. Both times Selby won narrowly. 4-3 first round of the World Grand Prix. Then 4-2 same stage of the Welsh Open. On table 3, Zhang Anda needs pink and black to force a decider. Here's the ball to take it all the way. Zhang sailed close to the win there. He cleared up last red to black with 32, 3-3. He jumped up there. Very concerned the cue ball was going to make contact with the blue, but it just about skirted past without any contact.